School is back in session, so that means the return of routines like lunch prep, morning breakfast. Packaged meals can mean more items in the house like juice boxes and sandwich bags and all kinds of paper napkins. Today we've got Masey DeMoss with the city of Greensboro to go over recycling and waste reduction opportunities. For the next 30 minutes, we're talking all things recycling. So we want you to be able to text in your questions because we know that there are some people in the house that are wish cycling versus recycling, and there is a difference about what you can actually put in that bin. 336-379-5775. I have to say that my husband and I have this conversation often, Masey, about what actually can be recycled or not. And he's like, but
Me
it's
too.
plastic. Why can't we just do it? So let's go over some of the things. School supplies. A lot of times you have some stuff left over from the last year, that kind of stuff. What can be recycled and what can't be recycled?
Yeah, back to school. Let's go. So things like binders that you may have from last year, if you cannot donate them, and that kind of goes for everything that we're going to talk about. If you can't donate it, then this is going to be thrown away. Binders, normal paper. So if you're getting a bunch of paperwork from school or whatever, normal printed paper is fine to recycle. So that is all good. I know you're going to have a lot of paperwork and stuff to sign or worksheets. File folders, these are completely okay to recycle. If you got those left over. Notebook paper is fine. Now, notebooks are a little bit of a different story. So notebooks, if they have the spiral bound notebooks, we're going to take this metal spiral off and recycle the paper that's inside, but the metal spiral cannot be recycled.
So let me ask you this. Let me stop you right there. What happens if they're like, well, I'm just going to throw it in there?
Yeah, so one of two things can happen. Either the metal spiral is going to be contamination in a paper bale if this does get sorted as paper, or the magnet could pick this up, and if this gets put in the metal pile, then the paper is contamination. So either way, we've got two different things here. One of them is going to be contamination.
And that just means that there's going to be more work for the people down the line, and they're going to have to throw away whatever it is contaminated with.
Exactly. It's just making it harder on the people at the recycling center, and it can devalue recyclables too if there's contamination.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So back to the things that we can or can't recycle or whatever.
Yes. So magazines, or maybe you've got catalogs. Teachers get all those catalogs of products you can buy. Magazines are fine to recycle. We get this question a lot.
Okay.
Then with books, if you've got any books that you're trying to get rid of, again, donate them if you can, but if that's not an option, or giving them away is not an option, paperback books are fine to recycle. So softback books are good. Now, on the other hand, if you've got things like textbooks or hardcover books, the hardcover is not recyclable. If you can take that cover off, you can recycle the pages on the inside, but the cover itself needs to go in the trash, and the paper inside is good.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right, so we got some lunch thing. Oh, you got something else?
One more thing.
Okay,
yes,
one more thing.
Electronics. So if we've got electronics like tablets, things like that, laptops that you may have that you need to get rid of, they're not working anymore, you can take those to household hazardous waste. Please don't recycle those. Don't put those in your recycling at home, at least. And don't throw them in the trash either.
Okay, household hazardous waste, and it's free to drop them off. It's just that you have to kind of go and make it one of your Saturday errands to do.
Exactly, yeah, and they come and take it out of your car. If you go to EcoFlow on Patterson Street, they come get it out of your car. It's really quick and easy, but yeah, you do have to go somewhere to recycle those.
Okay, let's talk about food waste and things of that nature, because a lot of kids are going to be taking their lunch. Sometimes they come home with the whole lunch. Sometimes they come home with half the lunch.
Right. Okay. So for lunch, and just kind of when we're at school in general, a lot of our waste for teachers and students is going to be generated at lunchtime. So at lunch, some things that you can and can't recycle. Things like sandwich bags. These are great for, quick and easy lunch if we're packing it, but they are not recyclable. So if you can not use these in the first place or reuse them, that's a great option, but don't recycle them. Actually, you can take these to like Food Lion or Harris Teeter, or anywhere that you can recycle and return your grocery bags. They'll take these back too if they're clean and dry, but not in your recycling at home.
Okay.
Things like aluminum foil, these are going to go in the trash. Actually, a lot of this stuff, because it's single-use items, they're going to go in the trash. Ketchup packets, mustard packets that we get with our school lunches, those are going to go in the trash. We've got foam trays. You know, a lot of school lunches come on foam trays. These are not recyclable at home, so throw those away. The juice cartons and the milk cartons, these are going to go in the trash too. So almost everything I'm saying, you'll notice, is going in the trash. Unfortunately, okay, I used to be a teacher, and at my school, students would throw these in the recycling all the time, and I feel like, no, get those out of there. Snack bags, like, you know, fruit snacks and chip bags, those do not go in the recycling. These go in the trash. So throw these away.
Okay.
And, you know, plates, those go in the trash too.
Those go in the trash too. So paper plates, you would think that they're paper, but we cannot recycle them either.
Yeah, so paper plates and cartons actually have something in common. They have a waxy layer on them, or like a plastic layer on them, that keeps the liquid and the food on there. So it's not just paper. There's something else that goes with it. Because if we think about, if we poured, I don't know, coffee in a cardboard box, it would leak through because there's no liner there. But
okay,
with these, they have a liner, and that's why we
So
can't
we said a
recycle
lot
them.
of things that cannot be recycled.
Yes.
So let's talk about what can be recycled.
Yes, let's do it. Okay, so at school, we talked about paper and cardboard. That can always be recycled, and we are going to have a lot of that at school. So that's probably the biggest thing at school to recycle. Then water bottles, if we're packing lunches and packing drinks, these are recyclable. Teachers, if you're drinking soda, that's recyclable. And then metal drink cans. So if you have these and you're drinking those at school, you can recycle those too.
Okay, we're glad we got some things that we can recycle, and we should be recycling for sure. Do we have to take the tops off the bottle?
Oh yeah, great question. So with bottles, if it twists on, leave it on. And with most things like water bottles and drink bottles, it twists on. So you can leave that on there, and it can be recycled along with the bottle.
Okay, what about other things that we use in the house that probably has a top, like a laundry detergent, you know, bucket or something of that nature?
Yeah, the rule is if it twists on, like laundry detergent usually twists on, you can leave it on. If it pops off, like think about a butter tub or a hummus tub, those pop off, it's going to actually pop off in the recycling center and lose its way. It's not going to get to the final end product of being recycled. So you're going to throw those away.
Okay.
Twist on, leave it on, pops off, take it off.
Take it off and get it out. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We've got your questions coming up right after the break.